Christopher Reeve says heroes are ordinary individuals who have the strength to persevere and endure in spite of overwhelming obstacles. Welcome to Against All Odds, a program that brings to your doorstep the lives, the laughter, the challenges, the pains of the physically challenged persons in our society. Today on this episode, we're bringing to you the life of a crippled man. A young crippled man who hasn't allowed his challenge to overwhelm him, and he hasn't seen it as a challenge at all. He says disability is a thing of the mind. Welcome to this episode where Aundufa David is our focus light. He's popularly known as Big Dreams. And of course, we will unravel to you his life. Stay with us as we bring all that to your doorstep and also our tidbit section. My name is Doshima Pius Ikerave. Don't go away. We will be back shortly.
The 23rd of January has entered the annals of history as the most memorable day for people living with disabilities in Nigeria. After almost 2 decades of tireless struggle by the concerted efforts of disabled people organizations, other civil societies, and the entire 27 million population of people living with disability in Nigeria, the Disability Bill was finally signed into law. This singular move by President Muhammadu Buhari and his Vice President, Professor Yemi Osibajo, has given people living with disability a pride of place as recognized citizens of this country, with adequate provision and protection by the Nigerian state as enshrined in the Constitution of the land.
We wish to use this opportunity to appreciate President Muhammadu Buhari for rising to the occasion of history by hearing our cry and doing the needful in signing this bill into law. We have only come to the end of a phase. The journey has just begun. We must all join hands and come together as we see to the implementation of this law.
Thank him for doing us a favor. The world and Nigeria with disability will truly remember him.
The need for setting up the committee to immediately fast track the implementation.
Now, Nigeria can claim its pride of place in the community of progressive nations under the United Nations.
This is Against All Odds.
David Aundufa, known as Big Dream, was born into the family of David Manta and Mrs. Elizabeth Manta on the first day of January 1992. He hails from Gwe local government area, a clan called Mbakine in Benue State, Nigeria. Like most children, people gathered to celebrate the birth of David. As the only son of his parents, Big Dream's mother showered him with so much love. David was not born with a disability. He remembered running errands for his beautiful mother. As he will always say, may her soul rest in peace. Big Dream ordeal occurred at the age of 7 when he fell ill and was injected by a quack doctor, which affected his vein and left him crippled. His mother managed this twist in Big Dream's life. Unfortunately, she died after Big Dream turned 9, one of the lowest moments in Big Dream's life. His grandmother had zero tolerance, so she gave up on him. But Big Dream never gave up on himself. He managed himself well, and after he turned 20, he learned how to make easy wear from a Hausa man in his village. He saved money and traveled to Abia, where he met a good man, OGB, who taught him how to make shoes. From his proceeds, he was able to help himself through primary and secondary school and intends to further his studies. Big Dream surpassed all his challenges and is today one of the sought-after shoemakers in Benue State. He attracts customers within and outside the state.
You bought Big 42, so when you wore it, this thing expanded. That's why this very place shifted out. So when we are fixing the shoe right now, then we buy size 43, yeah, so that it will suit with the body of the shoe.
My fiancée, now my wife, was part of the program. So when I came to pick her, I now saw his work and I was really interested. Thereafter, I saw pictures and then some of his works on Facebook displayed by people. So today I say, okay, let me come, because my shoes, I was looking for somebody that will replace the sole for me. So his thought now crossed my mind and I said, okay, let me come and give him a try. That's why I came here.
This is my 5th time of coming to his shop here. I see his handworks, the shoe he makes, and everything he's doing here. But I can see that you don't have equipment, you don't have machines, you don't have some things that will help him to make the work fast and then work effectively.
I was introduced by my kid sister, who brought some sample of what he did, and I felt encouraged. I picked some for myself and I also picked some for the family members, and currently I've also given him some others to work for me. That is why I'm here to patronize it. Actually, even what I'm putting on, the sandals, you can see, the sandals I'm putting on is actually produced by him.
Even what I'm wearing now, he gave it to me. He is a man of God, a man of the people. I love him so much.
I knew him way back when he hasn't even started producing shoes, just normal, simple wears. He will make them, he will move around, use his wheelchair to go from street to sell. In the process of doing the marketing, that was when we met. So we became friends. I said, okay, fine, I think I'm going to be buying some footwear from you. So ever since, he has been consistent and he's industrious. And one other thing about him is about integrity.
Radio, newspaper and television houses sought after him to add value to their programs. He has also trained a lot of young abled men who are doing well.
I wanted an entrepreneurial skill to develop myself, but I was thinking going into tailoring. So she said there was a guy that makes shoes, and when I got to see his works, I was like, wow, this guy can make shoes like this. And one thing that really motivated me and I really wanted to learn from him was I saw his condition and I followed him up. I added him up on Facebook. I followed his post and I saw something positive about him. It was not just about shoemaking, but he saw beyond shoemaking, and I wanted to be part of what he started.
He says your condition does not define you. Don't allow people confuse your thinking. He says, I don't have legs, but I make lovely shoes for those who have legs to wear. He is not done yet. He intends to own the biggest shoe factory in Africa. Wow, big dreams indeed. David Andufa believes God loves him and made him like this for a purpose. He has, against all odds, proven that disability is in a man's thinking.
This is Against All Odds.
Big dreams. Thank you for letting us into your world.
Thank you, man. You're welcome.
Thank you. So how did that name come about, Big Dreams?
Well, let me just first say that I dream big, naturally. So I felt like that's me, So I felt like let me just give my name that, because I always dream big. I always feel big. I always know that something big will come out of me.
For how long have you beard that name, Big Dreams?
I think this is about 6 years now. Yeah.
How long have you been doing this?
I started this work in 2012.
And all that time you've been here in this center?
No, not really. I actually came here 2015, I mean to say. I came in 2015.
Tell me, do you usually sometimes feel bad about yourself? Do you have low moments that you sit back and you just wish things were different?
First of all, I would start by saying that I'm the kind of person that now I understand what life is all about. So I don't care, although sometimes people do underrate us in one way or the other, but it is not, a issue of concern to me. Why? Because I analyze things a lot. I get to, discover that we use legs to walk. So just because you don't have legs does not mean that you cannot be productive. So I don't use it as I don't let it. Like if people are looking down on me, sometimes I do feel that, they are not really, their sense of understanding is not enough. Yeah, sure, because if you understand the way of life, you will not take, just one part of your body is not there, then you are feeling that you are less. No, I don't feel that. I don't feel bad about it at all. Like, let me give you an example. So there was a day I was traveling to Abia State. So I went to the park. So when I reached there, I met people, that were usually traveling as well. So a young man drove in. I was coming immediately at the gate. I was close to the gate. Then a young man drove in. The wife was traveling to Abuja. So the vehicle they were to enter were already filled up. So and the guy was already late at work. So the process of the wife trying to go to the other park, an old man came in with a wheelbarrow, very old man. This man was physically fit. If you feel that his leg, he has the physical strength, to make it, you understand? He was pushing wheelbarrow. I tried to analyze. I said, okay, this man has physical strength. it was not a kind of pride. I'm more than wheelbarrow. I don't have legs. Why is it like that? He was very strong. He would have made it earlier because he had all it takes. He had the legs that people feel that when you have legs, you can conquer. So I don't feel that there's any distraction. In other way around, I felt like it is we that are physically challenged that are giving people that mindset. But in other way around, I discovered that it's not them. Because if you understand deep things of life, you will never look down on anybody. Because it is not your physicality that determines your ability. It is how you think that actually bring about your reaction.
So you've been into this trade for 6 years now. Yeah. That's what you said. Okay, so what has been your progressive level? Have you been able to impact into lives?
Yeah.
Okay, tell us about it.
I've trained millions of people, I can't really even remember how many I have trained. The young man that is with me right now, Isaac, he's in school, he's studying, but they gave a break. So the guy came, instead of staying at home, he said that no, it is not good. I can't watch my mother stay. That was the day he was telling me that. I was like, wow, this is good, it's incredible. I applaud you, sir. He was like, I can't stay at home and watch my mother suffering like this, even though I have not graduated. Let me involve myself into something. And this guy is here, he came here, he's not even up to a month. He can make a palm sandals. Are you getting it? You know everybody wears shoes. Are you getting it? Yeah. But other people we see out there, you see, I don't have, this government is bad. It is not government. Okay, now if the government is bad, will you also be bad as well?
So far so good. How has the business been? Has it been able to pay your bills, put food on your table, pay your rent and all that?
Yeah, the work it's a good handwork. It has been actually providing a lot for me, and it has been able to pay some of my bills, and a lot of things. Even the shop I'm staying right now, I've been able to raise money from the handwork, to pay for the shop and, to pay for the house I'm staying. And so it has been really helping, and it has been helping me to, pay my education and all that. And through this, I've been able to, help others, like visit orphanage homes and all that. Yeah. So it has been really good. The handwork is good. It has been paid. It has been paying me a lot.
This is Against All Odds.
Against All Odds is the program you're still watching on the Nigerian Television Authority, the NTA network. This is actually the high point. Our main interest is for the challenges the physically challenged are actually going through. Yes, they're physically challenged, but against all odds, they've been able to surpass their challenges and make themselves useful to themselves and the society. But of course, they have challenges that is staring at their faces. And we're just hopeful that individuals, societies, government, people will just look at them and say, I want to help, I want to do something. Nothing is too small, nothing is too big. What matters the most is the heart. We're still talking to big dreams. And you were actually, and because of talking about your challenges, I like your drive, in the sense that when you were coming, we're actually behind you when you're coming from home. They saw you coming on your wheelchair. Someone will say, let me save and buy a car. Let me save and change my wheelchair. For me, I don't know how you manage to survive on the highway with drivers, motorcyclists, and everybody just driving on the road anyhow. I don't think there's a pathway for the physically challenged people, especially those on the wheelchair.
And it's very risky. It's very, very risky. You know, when you saw me coming, that is how I do normally manage to come.
In life, no matter how good something is, no matter how much you have strived on your own, definitely there are challenges. Would you like to talk to us about challenges?
But we have been having a lot of challenges of delivery. We have been having a lot of patronage, but there are no machines. So we think we really need machines. So I have been also saving to buy machines. I have saved about, I think, 800,000 for the machines. If you can see, my wheelchair is very bad, but what is so important to me right now is the machines. I need the equipment, because that is what we actually, I don't know if I am able to buy the machines, it can generate even a car for myself, so we have been saving a lot for that. But we have been faithful. That is our basic challenge. But if we have all those things here, there will be no such problem like that. And every work will just be smooth.
So we pray that people watching this program will actually sincerely and truly meet you at the point of your challenge. I was actually going through the Facebook, and I saw awards.
All right.
I was thinking it was Facebook Guinness, but right now that I'm sitting here with you, I would like to know, in the course of your work, in the course of your production, are there awards, certificates of recognitions?
Yeah.
Who are the people you have worked with and for?
Yeah. All right, I think I received like 6 awards so far.
Okay, and recognitions?
Yeah.
So in a nutshell,
yeah,
are you going back to school?
Yes, definitely. Like I told you earlier, I'll go back to school because I need certificate to back up what I have.
What you are doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, I've simply been having a chat with Big Dreams. Indeed, his dreams are very big. He intends to have the biggest shoe factory in Africa. Of course, what can your mind set? When your mind is set to do a thing, what can actually limit you? Nothing. It's just about your person. When you have that drive, you will get to that point you desire to get to.
This is Against All Odds.
On the door Bahamakwa, yes, Naseo Makwane Bahamakwa, only Vamolukwa, Neman Behin and Lahunina Nikwa, on Naseo Makashakwa, she never Hen and Shamila Nifakwa, One Mega Nifakwa, Elena Shamanatan Nigakwa, he was to do Nemega Bahamakwa. See, Lord, I give you praise because you're my God. Only you I trust, you deserve my praise. I cannot do without giving you praise because I know you're my heaven on earth. In you, no devil, if you hold my neck. You are the reason to say I am blessed because of you, Lord. I'm not living in stress. See, if I did chop the devil to vex, he they say that I don't deserve the best. But my Father, they give me the best. So what's the reasons to give him the praise? So make me rise up, though they look people face. See, if not by his grace, so see, so for don't end in the grateful. So make we pray for the grace to all those given the praise. Oh, yeah, and all those seek his face, bro. Mega.
Wow, thank you very much, Aundefa. You're not only a shoemaker, you are also a rap artist. Thank you very much for staying with us on this episode of Against All Odds. I hope we've been able to impact something into your life. If we did, please let's do this again. Same time, next week, same station. My name is Toshima Pius Ikirafe. Do have a fantastic week ahead. Bye.
Audio